I've been doing this radio show for 25 years plus now, and to say that I have learned a lot during that 25 years would be a vast understatement. I learn something almost every day. Some of you on Twitter are quick to teach me grammar, and we appreciate that. I learn something almost every day. I really, really do, and I kind of enjoy the process because I figure if you're not learning, you're dying. So when we started this show many, 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 many years ago, there was a guy on the air with me. There were two of us that did the show together. He was in the mutual funds business and in the insurance business. And so when people would call in asking about investing, we would send them to his office. And to say that he made a lot of money would be an understatement. He did really, really well. And I had my securities license at that time, and I had my insurance license at that time, and I had been in those businesses. And when he left the show, some of the regulators decided that they wanted to regulate what I could say. And since he wasn't on the show, well, even when he was on the show, they wanted to regulate what I could say. They certainly can regulate what you say if you have a securities license. If you don't know, securities, to sell stock or to sell mutual funds is the most highly regulated of all industries, by far. What those folks are allowed to say or do is nothing. They can't do anything. It's amazing that they can even make a living the way the government rides their backs. But anyway, they decided they were going to regulate it, and I'm like, well, I don't sell mutual funds. I'm not in the business. I don't sell stocks. I'm not in the business. So I just dropped my license. Now regulate that. Yeah, good luck. And dropped my insurance license, same thing. The whole life people were mad at me because of something I said about insurance. Well, I don't care. I don't sell life insurance. I don't give a crap. I don't make any life insurance commissions. The only license I kept, so I've had my real estate license since I was 18, and I've still got that. Still a real estate broker, technically speaking, but I'm obviously not out there putting signs in people's yards, I can tell you that. So I'm no threat to you real estate people. Don't worry about it, because I wouldn't even know how to do the web stuff now to be in that business. But, so I thought, okay, then this guy leaves, and these people are calling me on the air, and they want to know who they can call to do their investing with. And I thought, well, that's an advertisement opportunity. I'll get such and such a stock brokerage firm, and you could name any one of them, right? A Merrill Lynch or a Edward Jones or just name them all, right? And I won't say which one. And I put one of them on, and I started sending everybody that wanted to invest to them. Well, they were giving them advice that was like perpendicular to what I would say do. They'd say, borrow on your house and put it all in my mutual fund. And they would say, hey, here's a whole life policy for you. And they would say all this stuff. So people were then calling me up mad at me because I sent them over there to get advice that was exact opposite of what I'd been telling them to do. So that didn't last. So I fired them, dropped that advertiser. So we're like, okay, how are we going to help these listeners? And that's when what was known as the ELP program was born. We thought, I can't get one certain company to behave, but I can get individual offices to give advice that's consistent with what they hear on the air so that I'm not a hypocrite for sending you, the listener, over there. And I will endorse Joe over here in this city and Jill over here in this city and Henry over here in this city, and they'll pay me a monthly fee for being endorsed. And they can come to, later we got on the web, and they can come, back in the old days it used to be by fax, and so, but they can come on the web and they can click on there and find out who the ELP in their city was for investing, and they can go to that and so on. Well, the market has continued to become more and more and more regulated to the point that now that system doesn't work anymore. And so it died. ELP investing, endorsing ELPs for investing died at midnight last night. It died. It's really sad. Moment of silence for the ELP investing program. It's been going for 20 years almost. Me sending people to get investing from people that were safe and trustworthy. But good news is something else was born this morning. You didn't think I was just going to let it die, did you? So when you go to our website today, there's a whole different process and a whole different name. We no longer have ELP investing. We now have SmartVestors. We want you to be smart when you invest, so we're calling it SmartVestor. So have you seen smart in a lot of our stuff lately? Yeah, we want you to be smart in a lot of places. So now you're a SmartVestor. And if you need some help to be a SmartVestor, we're going to connect you with a SmartVestor Pro, someone in the business to help you with that. Sounds kind of like the other old system, but it's a lot different really on the technicalities and how it works. One major difference for you, the listener, is this, and this is so cool, y'all. It used to be when you would click on ELP Investing, you would fill out a form, and that form would go to one person in your area, and they would contact you immediately, and you could work with them. Now, when you put in your zip code, 5 or 4 or 3 different SmartVestor Pros will pop up in your area, and you can choose which one you want. And you click on it. So you get to be involved in the process of selecting, which is cool for you. It's nice little menu thing there. And when you click on that, then you would have the opportunity to give them them, not me, but give them your information so that you can, they can get in touch with you and you can get in touch with them. And, you can sit down and get your IRA going or get your kids' college fund going and so forth. So from this day forth, let it be known and decreed that ELP investing is no more. SmartVestors are what you are, and if you want some help, we've got some SmartVestor Pros, and we have a whole lot more of them than we've ever had, because in the last 45 to 60 days, our team has been busting their butts to get a whole bunch more people in the program. That will give you advice that you will be familiar with. It sounds just like what you hear here, because I'm not going to send you to somebody for your heating and air that I wouldn't send my sister to. I'm not going to send you to somebody for your car to be repaired in San Antonio unless we've checked them out and I feel good about that car repair place. I don't need the money from these endorsements. We make plenty of money in other stuff. The endorsements are nice and they're good, but they're there to serve you guys. And so I'm the only major talk radio host in America, the only one of the top 5 or 6 that still does local ads. I still will endorse a heating and air company in your area, a window company in your area, a dentist in your area. But we're highly selective about how we do that because we want to protect you and we want to be able to give you honest endorsements, and it helps that local small business. And I'm a big fan of small businesses. And so if I can help that guy that runs an honest garage in San Antonio or in Abilene, I want to help him. If I can help that gal that has a great dental practice, I want to help them, or whoever it is, whatever it is. If it's something I believe in, I'm not going to endorse Visa, obviously, and I'm not going to endorse a debt plan for your small business. I'm not going to be inconsistent, and I'm not going to be inconsistent where I send you for investment help from a SmartVestor Pro. And so, and they'll take your accounts if you have a small account too, and a lot of people in the business won't take those anymore because they're so overregulated they can't afford to write up the paperwork anymore. The government is so intrusive, y'all, you have no idea. But, brand new day, SmartVestor Pros. Cool. And you now are officially a SmartVestor, or you will be soon. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. You can do this. That really is the message. Whether you've got $270,000 in student loan debt or $27,000, whether you've got a $50,000 income or a $500,000 income,